grew up in Jackson, Mississippi, and graduated from Murrell High School in 1983, where he was student body president. He earned a business administration degree from Mississippi State University in 1987 and had several student leadership roles. After starting in real estate, he entered the insurance industry in 1994 and later became president of Copiah County Insurance Agency. He was named one of the Mississippi Business Journal's top 40 under 40 and served 2 terms as mayor of Crystal Springs. Later, running for governor at age 34, in 2001 he became a financial consultant in his own company and served as risk manager for Hinds County, saving millions in public funds. He also worked as a lobbyist, helping pass a major workers' compensation reform in 2012. In 2020, he was elected mayor of Natchez and has invested in Natchez hospitality industry, and now serves as mayor, continuing his commitment to the city's growth and development. Now I'm going to welcome Mayor Dan Gibson to come up and speak.
Thank you, Ella, thank you for that. What a good job. What a good job. Y'all give Ella a hand. I appreciate that so much. I always look forward to this event, and it's always such a great time to share with those who are rising up through the ranks and those who are about to graduate and fly the nest. I don't know where time goes. Now, I thought it was just me because maybe as I get older, time goes by. And I was asking Amelie back there, and she said, no, I want to raise a show of hands. Who thinks, other than me, that time is just flying by faster than ever? I'm glad to know I'm not alone. And I think part of that is because we are just living the time where our senses are at their peak all day long and even into the night. Everything that we're doing at school, at work, also our phones, all of our activities, there's just so much more to do, and time just flies by. And we can't seem to get it all in. But I want to talk to you tonight about the importance of just slowing down a minute, because there is a still small voice speaking to each one of you. And it's so important to listen to that voice, because that voice is telling you some things that you need to know and that you need to hear. First of all, I always love it when we have these events and someone who's here not only as a grandfather, but also serving with me as a city official in his 3rd term as a city alderman, the Honorable Billy Joe Frazier. So we're glad to see you, Alderman Frazier. We're glad to see you. I tell people all the time, I'm not here alone. And if it wasn't for the alderman supporting me and backing me up, I couldn't do anything. Well, what is that still small voice? You have probably heard about it at church and Sunday school, and it is said that is the voice of God speaking to you in the stillness of the night sometimes, in the quiet of the morning. But God is always speaking in a gentle voice. Sometimes life gets so busy and so loud that it attempts to drown that still small voice out. But I want to just share with you from my own personal experience just how important it is. And I'm going to ask our camera guy to move to the side. I'm not going to move out of this way so that the folks behind you can see. There. I got to make sure I see everybody. I see Danielle, okay. Because it helps me to communicate when I see you looking back. Okay, so I'm going to share some of my own experience. And I had an opportunity this weekend because my wife made me. We had an old trunk that was too heavy to move because it was so full of my stuff. And so she said, you've got to organize this stuff. And you've got to, I know it's stuff you want to keep, but you've got to organize it. So I went to the dollar store and I got me some of these plastic things, and I got there and I started going through this. And I found some amazing things. I found my elementary report cards. They weren't too bad. Yeah. I had some A's. Back then, A was average. I was very grateful to have some VH, very high. Yeah. But anyway, I also found something that was really special. It was a letter to me from my early childhood piano teacher when I graduated from high school, encouraging me to press on and use the talents God had given me to be a blessing to others. I also found some very inspiring cards that I had kept along the way from teachers, from students I had grown up with and gone to school with, and even from some public officials that I had gotten to know back in the old days of my childhood. I even found some old campaign signs where I was running for student office and asking people at Murrah High School to be a Dan fan. That was my slogan, be a Dan fan. I found some clippings from college days when I was in student politics there, including one election that was so controversial because I was not supposed to win that they threw it out and had us do it all over again. And I ended up winning even better the second time. So that was a really great memory to look back on. It was. The other thing that was really great was I found a card from my mother, who has now been passed away over 30 years. My mother succumbed to cancer, sadly, just after she turned the age of 60, and that's been 36 years ago. I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time I had sent her this card, and she was taking care of some things for me, and so I sent her a card to say thank you. I was 24 at the time, and I included a check for $100 because I owed her money because she had paid a couple bills for me while I was in D.C. Well, here was this envelope, and it was postmarked. My mother had gotten it. She obviously had read the card, and guess what was still in the envelope? The check for $100. She never cashed it. You know, I could go on and on, but I think Marla got a little frustrated with me. I spent maybe a little too much time on memory lane rather than doing the actual chore I was assigned to do. Guys in the room, you'll understand honey-do list one of these days, you know. Alderman Frazier, you know what I'm talking about. Well, I got to thinking about the person I was during all of those years. As a little kid in elementary school, learning how to play the piano, just starting out to run for office as a student politician, making these handmade little buttons to tell people be a Dan fan, going on to college, going on to Washington, D.C., and then eventually, as Ella just shared, getting into business and doing that, and that was a great chapter of my life. And there's a common thread through all of that, and that common thread is this. I was listening to a still small voice. And it had to do with my spiritual DNA, and it had to do with a loving Father who had put in me something that I guess was unique to me. And to have true fulfillment, I had to really follow the leadings of that still small voice. And so as a result, to this day, I still play the piano. And I really enjoy being a blessing to others and seeing others smile when I can share music with them. I'm still in politics. I guess that started a long time ago. I really value human relationships. I guess I have to, because being such a sentimentalist, I have just about every birthday card and thank you card and get well card I've ever gotten. And they get heavy over time, by the way, especially if they're piled up in the trunk. I also am a person who values accomplishment because I look back at everything that I saved And it all has to do with meeting certain goals, achieving certain dreams, and seeing things come to pass in my life that I long ago only imagined could come to pass. Being here tonight talking to you is one of those dreams come true. I never saw myself ever to be the mayor of Natchez. And when I first moved here, that was definitely not on the horizon in my mind. But there was a still small voice, even then, planting that seed. And also sometimes God will use others to confirm back to you what he's telling you. So what does this have to do with you? Well, I'm going to again ask for a show of hands, and don't be embarrassed. How many of y'all have heard a still small voice speaking to you? How many of you? Oh, that's great. Raise your hands high. That just shows you're listening. That shows that you're not just in your phone all the time and just, being distracted by the world all the time. You're actually listening. Okay. Well then, does my story resonate with you? Is the still small voice speaking to a spiritual DNA that is in you that makes you, Haley, the only Haley there is? That makes you, Avery, the only Avery there is. I'm looking around, Kahari, a still small voice that said, you can be state tennis champ. And look, the only state tennis champ I've ever met. We're going to give her a hand. So proud of her. I look around the room. Kennedy, I got two here. Do y'all hear that still small voice telling you the special things that you are here to do? Amelie, all those plays you've been in already, and I've never been in one, I don't think. That's a really cool thing. I could go around the room and point to each and every one of you. But this is the deal with the still small voice. When you hear it, you know it. God has said, my children will know my voice. You will hear it. You will know it. And when it speaks to you, and I was so excited, to see your grandmothers raise their hand. They know what I'm talking about. That still small voice, if you continue to listen to it from youth all the way through, it makes for a wonderful life, doesn't it? Because it keeps you on the path God has intended for you. And so what is that path? Well, it has everything to do with your spiritual DNA. Mason, you've got gifts that no one else has, don't you? You know you do. It's your spiritual DNA. It's been said, that no two snowflakes are the same, right? Mm-hmm. No two grains of sand are the same. Well, I want to tell you, you're unique. And you are here for a unique purpose. And it's so important that you get in tune with that purpose. There are a lot of people in life right now who are drifting because they just don't know what they're supposed to do. And I do have news for you. How many of you were there the other day when I talked about saying yes in youth leadership? Yes. I said life is all about the yeses. You got to say yeses. No one is going to be in their final day saying, I wish I had said no more often. You got to say yeses to the right stuff, but you also do have to say no. You will be asked to do things that aren't in line with your spiritual DNA. You know that's not for you. Like, for instance, when I was in 10th grade and everybody was into wearing these black T-shirts with their favorite band on the front. And true enough, I was a Boston fan in 10th grade, but I also was as white as my shirt with red hair, fire engine red hair, freckles, and crooked teeth. And a black T-shirt was just not a good look on me because I weighed probably in 10th grade 115 pounds. Who knows? I finally got up to 127 pounds by my senior year. I got that shirt made. I wore it once. I was so uncomfortable putting it on. I knew this was not me, but I was going to fit in. And y'all, that is one of the worst days I ever had at high school walking around as a 10th grader wearing this Boston shirt. I still have it probably somewhere, but I only wore it that once because I just realized, hey, this isn't me. I remember when students were asking me to go out and do things that I knew were not things I should do. It wasn't me. It wasn't part of my spiritual DNA. And there are things I think that really aren't a part of anyone's spiritual DNA, because God says, I know the plans I have for you in Jeremiah to give you a hope and a future. Plans of good, not of evil, to give you a hope and a future. And so you know what I'm talking about. That still small voice, if you listen to it, is going to keep you on the path of your destiny. How many of you think you've got a destiny? Oh, yeah, you've got a destiny. Come on, you've got a destiny. And you're going to miss that destiny if you don't listen to the still small voice. Don't listen to the crowd. Don't listen to all of the masses telling you what you should do, what you can't do. And then they quite often are going to try to have you miss your destiny because they are going to tell you what you can't do. I will tell you, growing up, I had my share of detractors who wanted to get me off course. And they will discourage you because sometimes there's jealousy. They don't want you to achieve what God has for you to achieve because they worry, some people in their own insecurity worry that if you achieve this, it's going to make them look bad. Am I right? And what do? You press on. You press on. You tune out all of that loud junk and you listen to that still small voice. I want to tell you something real funny. I went through this trunk this weekend and I found another campaign, made of construction paper, a little sticker you'd wear. And it had hoofbeats, the little horseshoes on it from the Murrah days. We were the Murrah Mustangs. And it looked like an official campaign button. And it said, I'm not a Dan fan. I showed it to Marla. I said, man, I had my detractors even in high school. And I must have thought it was funny at the time because I've kept it. Here we are over 40 years later and I've got it. Last year, when I gave my State of the City speech on the front steps of City Hall, I felt led to share some words of Scripture because I couldn't do what I do as mayor without God working in my life. I said, I look to the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, from the book of Psalms. I shared also, I can just, so many things. I can of mine own self do nothing. But what does it say? I can, through Christ, I can do all things. It just goes on and on. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. If a man's ways please the Lord, Proverbs, he'll make even his enemies be at peace with him. All these things I shared because I just felt that, hey, we got to keep God's hand of favor on our city. The very next week, I got an anonymous postcard, and it said, to the mayor of Natchez, a reminder, we didn't elect you to be preacher. We elected you to be mayor. You know what? It's now sitting on my desk with a little Post-it note. I must be doing something right. I'm waiting to frame it. That still small voice is the voice of God. He is the one who loved you before you were even in your mother's womb. He is the one who put you together, and he has promised that he would never leave you, nor will he ever forsake you. And so don't leave him and don't forsake him. Listen to that still small voice. Listen to what is telling you about your spiritual DNA, about the gifts that he has put in you, that he has not put in anyone else on this planet, and the right formula and recipe that you've got it. And just understand that what he has given you and what he has put in life for you, he will be faithful to complete it for you. That's right out of the Bible too. Whatever you set your mind to, as long as it's in keeping with God's plan for you, it will happen. You will succeed. You don't have to worry about the how, the when, or the where. All you have to worry about is this. Don't worry. Don't stress. Just wake up each morning knowing it's a new day. God's mercies are new each and every morning. Go through that day. Give it the best you've got. When you go home and go to bed, understand you've done the best you can do. The day is over. Tomorrow's a new day. Wake up the next day and give it your all again. And you know what will happen? You will find yourself one day living that dream, and you will find yourself living out the calling God has put in you. I have no doubt that we are right now in the midst of our future leaders, our future doctors, our future scientists, our future public works workers who will keep a city going, our future police officers and firemen and firewomen who will keep us safe, our future attorneys who will keep us hopefully out of court, our future aldermen, mayors, judges, senators, who knows? We could have a governor or a president in this room. My mother often told me, always aim for the stars. And you may land on the moon, but you won't land anywhere unless you aim. I've enjoyed my time with so many of you this year. And I'm so glad a number of you are going to hang around for next year. But our seniors, oh my goodness, we're going to miss you. And Ainsley, we've been so proud of the job you've done as president. Now also our Miss Hospitality. You're definitely tapping into that spiritual DNA. I see it every time I see you. I'm going to now ask our seniors to please come up here. And we're going to end with a very special little moment with our seniors. Okay? Come on. Right here. I know, we're in the light. We are y'all, I'm going to ask y'all if you would. I'm just going to stand over here. But I want y'all to form a circle. And just form a circle. And look at each other, okay? Y'all were probably here last year when we did this. Yeah. So just look at each other, okay? Okay. Y'all, we're going to now provide a mic to them. And oh my goodness, we're on camera and some of you have your backs to the camera. I tell you what, let's form a half circle. You can look at each other, but you won't have your backs to the camera, okay? There we go. Because you know, you all are so special. The class of 26. My goodness. How's the class of 83? What happened? But I want you, one by one, to share a little about you, a little about your spiritual DNA and the future that awaits you. You all know. You all have been listening to that still small voice. I know you have. Ella?
So I'm going to go to LSU in the fall and major in nursing.
Okay, we'll get this on. Oh, Ella, make sure you... Yeah, we need to do that. Make sure, Ella, that you give us your name. All right.
Ella Skates, and I'm a senior at Cathedral. I'm going to LSU in the fall, majoring in nursing to hopefully become a CRNA in my future. And yeah.
Oh, that's great. Give her a hand.
My name is Gord McNeil. I'm a senior at Natural Hill College. My plans are to attend a HBCU to play tennis, major in health science on the pre-occupational therapy track.
My name is Mason Bowden. I go to Natural Hill College, and I plan to go to Rush College and play baseball while studying electrical engineering.
My name is Ayana King. I go to Natchez High. I plan to attend Colin and major in respiratory therapy, but I do want to go back to school to major in animal science.
My name is Love Carroll. I'm a senior at Natchez High School. My plan is to go to Natchez Colon and major in respiratory technology and then go back to do business.
I'm Ainsley Dupre. I'm from ACCS. My plans are to attend the University of Mississippi to study pre-law and hopefully go to law school.
Well, I want you to all just kind of take in this moment, because I was able to enjoy my 40th high school reunion a couple years ago, and it was really crazy to see people I had known so long ago and to be reunited. And so take in this moment, and I want y'all to just share expressions of appreciation to one another and encouragement to one another. And this is just a sweet time. Let this school's less than a week away, right? Let this be a time that you share a little something about what your experience growing up in Natchez Mayor's Youth Council has been, getting to know one another has been, and share a good word with the group of encouragement. Can y'all do that?
So what am I saying?
Just
What am I saying?
just share what it's been like to grow up in Natchez. Let this kind of be a little bit of a goodbye. We're seniors, but we'll see each other again. And just a good word for the road, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Growing up in Natchez has been probably one of the best things that's ever happened, because it's such a small town, so we all know each other, so we all grow closer together, like our whole community. Like I could call Ainsley, who we don't even go to school together, and she would probably be there in a heartbeat for anything that I might need help with. If I want to go clean up downtown, I could call any of these people, and they would probably come help clean up and just make our town more beautiful.
Going off what Ella said, I agree. Growing up in Natchez, the small town, being able to see everybody grow with each other. I've been knowing Mason my whole life, so it's bittersweet to see those going our separate ways. And joining Mayor Youth Council was a difference maker for sure, because I joined for it to look good on my resume, but joining, I made so many new friends and made so many experiences, and it's been for the best.
Growing up in Natchez was cool. I met a lot of people, made a lot of friends, and I just like making people smile. So Mayor Youth Council was for me, and I just wish everybody the best, and I just hope y'all stay motivated.
Okay. Growing up in Natchez, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be very shy, but recently, Mayor Youth Council kind of helped me get out of my shell, talk to people more, which I don't like talking, so I guess it's a good thing. But, yeah, I'm glad that it helped me be able to talk more than what I used to.
Growing up in Natchez was very peaceful. Going outside of Natchez is very strange for me, but I like it. But I also like staying in Natchez. Seeing faces I've probably seen somewhere down the street and being able to get closer to them and starting to know them is very new for me, because I don't usually meet new people. But I've known these three a long time, but I haven't known all these other nice, sweet, kind people, and it's very nice. It's very fun to get to know new people, and I guess that's what Mayor Youth Council has helped me to do.
So I was a little late to the growing up in Natchez. I moved here in second grade, and it was life-changing. Everyone I met, it's such a tight-knit community, and joining Mayor's Youth Council it opened up my heart to more community service and just seeing my community and being able to help them. And I know every single person here will go on to do amazing things, each in their own.
Y'all, give our seniors a hand. Give our seniors a hand. We are about to have the awards presentations, but while our seniors are up here, I think this would be a good time, Ms. Vell, if we could go ahead and present to them their senior cords. When you go through Mayor's Youth Council, you are awarded a senior cord to wear at your graduation. And it's something also that we want you to carry along through the years with pride. I'm inspired just from what I've heard. You are all overachievers, and you are going to achieve way beyond what anyone would expect. You're going to do great things, and we're just so grateful that we've been a small part of your life here. Ms. Vell?
Yes.
Do we have special certificates for the seniors that are separated out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here. Is there a mic over here, Michael? I can leave this here. I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to ask Ms. Vell Robinson. Y'all, give Ms. Vell Robinson a hand. She has helped us so much this year. You know, she stepped in just out of nowhere and was thrown all of this. And with your help, Ms. Vell, you have pulled it together, and it's been wonderful. It really has. Ms. Vell, if you'll bring the certificates for the seniors to me.
Yes.
Okay, just bring them all to me and the cords. And we will, one at a time, have y'all come up. Then we'll turn our attention to the rest of you, okay? Because you're the next generation of Mayor's Youth Council, right? Okay. Let's see.
Let's start with Ainsley,
Okay.
and then what you tell
I tell you what, if you
Ainsley
would,
is president.
yeah, if you would bring those to me,
Yes.
and as I call them out, yeah, you may want to go ahead and get the others and just come stand beside me. All right. Y'all, I will tell you something. It was really neat, Corey, when you talk about you and Mason growing up together. Do you know I have friends that I grew up with now that I still talk to, and they're like brothers. I don't know what I'd do without them. It's so wonderful to have friends. And the friends that will stick together for a lifetime. Truly a blessing. Okay, we're going to, Ainsley, ask you. I tell you what, why don't you just stay where you are and I'll bring this to you. Ainsley has been our president, and she has done such a phenomenal job for us. She has been at every event, and she has shown such great leadership. You've made the phone calls, you've rallied the troops when we needed help, and Ainsley, we just appreciate you so much.
Samisa here. See Samisa here. Okay. She's not here? Okay. All right.
Okay. Oh, wait. These are all of them. I just need to get the seniors. Here we go. Ella Skates. Ella, I'll come to you. And Ella, you did such a good job with that introduction. And you, throughout your experience with Mayor's Youth Council, you have carried yourself so well, and you have been a great example to all of us, and we just wish you all the best. We just wish you all the best. Who do we have
Ella was co-president.
now? And Ella was co-president. And then, love, I told you before, I just love your name. and love, you show a lot of love. And you know, it's a very important thing to remember that we are called to what? Love God with all our heart and love our neighbor as ourselves. Love is what makes the world go around. And love, congratulations to you. you're going to. Yes. I know I'm getting away from the microphone. Let me get this so that our online people. Tell you what, Michael, hand me that one. Who do we have next there, Ms. Bell?
Love also was a co-president. Say that.
And, Love was also a co-president? Okay. And then Mason, another co-president. I remember. Mason, you've always had that smile on your face. You like to make people smile. You and I have that in common. And you are going to go far, far in life. And I tell you what, I'm excited about your baseball career. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And let's see here. And Ayana, I want to just tell you something, Ayana. My goodness, for someone who didn't always like to talk, listen, you have come out so much, and you are a real blessing to others. You know, there is a little song I remember singing as a kid, "This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine." Thanks for letting your light shine. And don't let anyone ever dim that light. And we just love you, Ayana. And congratulations. You're going to go far.
Yana was the secretary.
And Ayana was the secretary. Yes. And Kahari,
Kahari.
I think.
Kahari was, yes, 12th grade.
And Kahari, didn't you have a position as well?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, co-president. And yeah, just state tennis champ. I know. We're so proud of you. I
Co-president
tell
also,
you.
Mayor.
Co-president. And Kahari, I tell you what, I've never seen this guy when he wasn't in a good mood and just excited about life. Keep that and you're going to go far, all the way. Thank you. We're so proud of you. So proud of you. Well, give them a hand. We're going to take a group picture. Ms. Vell, if you will, get on the other end. And I'm going to get right here. We'll tighten this up just a little bit. Okay. Michael, we may need your help. I can. Here. And Ms. Danielle, thanks for also being here. Are you going to be able to get all of us?
All right. 3, 2, 1. 3. Let's go ahead and let her get hers.
Okay.
All right, everybody look at me. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And on 1 Natchez. 3, 2, 1 Natchez.
Natchez.
All right.
Okay. All right, y'all. Give them a hand. And for the rest of the presentations, Ms. Vell, do we, are these here? Okay. Do we have anything else that we need to present to them?
We got opinions.
Okay. Y'all, my goodness, I can't remember when we've had such a great night here at our graduation. Isn't it wonderful looking around? Also, aren't you grateful that Ms. Vell convinced me that we needed to do something more than chips and candy bars? And I also want to thank our parents and volunteers for helping bring in food tonight. Just thank you so much. You've made it really special. Really special. Well, here we go. We have, okay.
They get,
You mean these are the 11th graders right here?
these are 12th graders too.
But they weren't here. We've already identified the seniors.
That's it, Hannah?
Hmm. Seniors
Was that all
at
the
that
seniors
moment.
here?
That was all the
was it?
seniors,
That was all the-
yes.
Okay,
Yes. And so we'll,
we'll give her a call.
yeah, so we'll. Can someone come and receive Alyricas for her?
Is anybody here for? Give her her.
This is Alerica's. Love, can you get this to Alerica?
I'm
And
gonna
we
get-
also
and give
have
her
her
four.
cord. Here.
Tamisia's and Gabby's. Okay. He has one. Okay.
Here we
Give it
go.
to her?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And then,
And Tamisia. Okay. That's Kristen.
okay, here's Kristen. Thank you, Mason.
Yes.
All right. And who else do we have?
Tamisia. What about Gabby? Gabby. You get Gabby?
Okay. These are all seniors right here. Thank you so much,
And
Lisa.
Tamisia.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's see.
But she's coming up in a minute.
And
Here's
Tamisia.
Tanisha. All right. Here.
Tamisia.
Y'all got that? And we've got one more senior, or are we?
No, that was up for.
Okay. Okay. Thank y'all. Okay, so now at this time, and all of these will get the pins right. Okay. Okay, so at this time, we're going to call you up one at a time. And when you do come up, please remain standing up here so we can get a group picture. All right? I used to say Hallie, but I understand it's Haley Stamps. And Haley, we're so proud of you. Come on up. Haley has actually been vice president. She's been at everything. And I have a feeling, I'm just hearing that you're going to win the election for president. Yeah, I've been hearing that. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. So, Haley, we're so proud of you. And you know, we give these to the juniors coming up. Every mayor since Tony Byrne has been wearing these Natchez pins. I wear one every day. And so here we go. We have Taronia Calvin. Tarana? Tariana, I'm sorry. I'll get it right. Tariana, we're so proud of you. Oh, and let me say, I know Cathedral and which high school? And Natchez High. Okay, we got it. Give Tariana. And Story Farmer? Hey, Story, we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. Ruby Mooney? There you are, Ruby. Watch your step on that. Hey, thank you, Ruby. We also now have Riley Lofton. You will? Okay, thank you. And we have another pen. Here, thank you. Okay. Peyton Brown. Peyton? Hey. Kennedy Jackson. So proud of you. What a great group. We're going to have a good year next year. Kendra Lee McDonald. She's not here. Can you? Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Thank you so much. All right. We have Kennedy Cavett. You know something, I've been getting going and that we haven't refresh us on the high schools because I'm supposed to be saying which high schools. We'll start with you, Kennedy, your high school. Huh? Natchez High School? Cathedral? Natchez High? Cathedral? AC? Cathedral? And ACCS. Okay. Man, we've got a really good representation up here. Anita Jordan? All right, Anita. And Anita, what high school? Cathedral. All right. Avery Wilkerson. There you are, Avery. And Avery, what high school? Cathedral. Man, Cathedral's showing up. Emery Lewis. Hey, Emery. Emery, and what high school? Cathedral. Okay. Charlie Mason. Here, Charlie. And what high school?
Natchez.
Natchez High School. All right. Skylar King Frazier. And Skylar, what high school? Natchez Early College. and Juanita Turner. And Juanita, what high school? Cathedral. All right. And Jamie Thorpe. Jamie, watch your step there. And what high school?
AC.
AC. All right. And Jalen Gaines. Here, Jalen. And what high school? NECA. All right. Wow, y'all. I don't know. We're going to get everybody in one picture. Look at this. And then Amelie Harris, last but not least. And Amelie, what high school? Cathedral. All right. All right. Y'all give them all a hand. Give them all a hand. So let's see how we're going to get a picture. I think we're going to have to kind of taller in the back, somehow or another. Let's figure this out. And Ms. Bell, you want to get on the other end, other side? Watch your step here on the cord. I'm going to move. Well, I was going to move this over. Let me see. Move this out of the way a little bit. All right. Danielle, can you see everybody on the back? Now y'all, somehow or another, we got to get some guys in there at youth council. What's happening to these guys? Y'all, the future generation, I tell you, women are taking over the world. Watch this. You know. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I think that's a good idea. Okay, I think this is going to work. Okay. All right. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Are we good? Are we good? All right. And I tell you what, I tell you if you'll come this way, if y'all come toward me just a little bit, we can tighten up a little bit. Here, is this good?
There we go. If they close, turn sideways will come in. Yeah. Yeah, and this way, every picture, yeah, this way. And this one turn sideways.
And kind of, there you go. Oh my goodness, what? That is great. I tell you, mamas know what they're doing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Nobody move. Everybody stop.
One more.
All right. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 on one Natchez. 3, 2, 1 Natchez.
Natchez.
All right.
All right. Y'all give yourselves a hand. Well, you can't, you're older, but we're so proud of y'all. Hey, we can just leave these. They'll be cleaning up the room. At this time, I think next on our program, Ms. Bell, is it you? All right. Y'all give Ms. Bell Robinson a hand.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited about this, and I'm so glad you guys came out to our event. I'm grateful to have brought this event together and all your parents to come out and support Mayor Youth Council. This has been a fun year and I appreciate parents letting me spend time with your, young adults? Some have been, it's been an experience for me. Very much so. Going back and experiencing, because my children are older, and listening to these young ladies and gentlemen talk, oh my gosh, and we're getting in groups with them and doing some of our events and having evenings together and listening to them chatter. Oh my gosh. Listen at the stuff. Oh, you guys have some times. I'm listening at the talk they talk. Oh, wow. It's an experience, I tell you that, for sure. But I appreciate you all bringing them to our meetings and dropping them off and coming back and picking them up. I take my hats off to you all. I do appreciate that. And thank you for coming to our celebration and bringing your desserts and helping and supporting them. And I look forward to next year. Seniors, we made it to the end. And please continue to be yourself. Humble yourself, please. Be respectful. Being respectful goes a long way. Be humble. Think about, like I tell you, okay, be careful what you say. Respect someone. If you want respect, you have to first give it so you can receive it back. And take that with you wherever you go. And I appreciate that because you did. You respect me. And I appreciate that from you all. And the seniors coming up next year, you know what Miss Bell gonna say? Okay, you guys come on in. We got to get busy. No excuses. So we can have another fun year next year. We did a lot this year. We had a lot of events we had to do. We did a whole lot of things. So let's look forward to next year and having fun. It was a lot of work, that's for sure. Like Mayor Dan said, leadership. We got to put it out there. What did I tell you all? If I didn't show up for Mayor Dan, I couldn't tell him, oh, I can't show up, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. We have to show up and be on time so we can get the work done and be out in the community so they can see us. We got to represent. We do. And be humble with that. Thank you. So they can see who we are. We represent the city of Natchez. Not only that, we represent ourselves. So they see we did a lot. A lot. Thank you, guys.
Ms. Bell,
Yes.
my pastor's here. I'd like for him to close us with a word of prayer.
Thank you.
Brother Will Wilson. Bell, thank you.
Thank you.
I want to echo what you said. You seniors, y'all are now the leaders coming on. And let's make sure we get going and make next year a great year. You know I don't want to rush summer, but it will be no time, and we'll be getting together, getting the new year started, won't we, Bill?
Yes, we will.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I'm very honored to be able to do this. Would you all just stand for our closing prayer? Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful evening that you have given us and this beautiful opportunity to gather together as the future leaders of this community and to celebrate the great work that they have done. We thank you for each of these young people. We thank you for their talents. We thank you for their abilities. And most of all, we thank you for the relationship that you have with each and every one of them and how you continually speak that still small voice into their hearts, into their lives, and you are leading them every step of the way, and we thank you and we give you the glory for that, Lord. Bless them and keep them as they continue on faithfully in all of your ways, and thank you for our mayor. Thank you for the leaders here in our community and the good work that's being done here. May it all be for your glory and for the edification for the people. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.